Hey fellow YouTube DJs, I want to talk tonight about wireless microphones. A lot of different options out there. Probably one of the best ones on the market is the Shure, the SM58, the wireless version. But I want to talk about a different one tonight, the American Audio WM-16. Again, this is by American Audio, the audio division of American DJ, obviously. And this is the one that I use for my receptions, simply because for the little bit that it gets used, I just don't see the need right now in investing what it would cost to have the Shure SM58. They're pretty expensive. This American Audio WM-16 is fairly inexpensive, and frankly, when I bought it, had great reviews, and I've been very pleased with it. Great clarity in the vocals, really good range, and like I said, and because we're not using it all night long as a vocal mic, you know, like for a vocalist for a band or something like that, it's plenty good. It's not a Shure SM58, but it is a very good microphone. So let's take a little closer look at it. Okay, now to take a closer look at the receiver unit for the WM-16, you can see here we have our XLR out, we have our 1/4 inch out if you're not using XLR, we have our dip switches here where we can set, so if we have multiple handheld mics and multiple receivers, we can control which one's on which. And then over here we have our power in for our DC adapter. If we turn the unit over, you'll see, of course, we've got our antenna on each side. And then here we have our LED indicator telling us that our power is on. And over here, whenever the handheld unit itself is switched on, this light will light up and let you know that you are receiving signal from the unit. Okay, so we would plug our unit in, and then you can see we've got our power indicator is on. See that here. Plug our XLR cable out. And of course that would go over to our mixing board, or whatever you're using to mix. You may be using an actual DJ mixer if you're using CDJs, or some people would actually come out of the 1/4 inch in and go into the input for your like I've got the Newmark MixTrack Pro here. You could go into that, but whatever you're going out of, you would either use the XLR out or the 1/4 inch out and go to your mixing source. Then we have our handheld unit, as you can see, American Audio WM-16M, pretty much like any other handheld unit that you'll find. Down here we have our power on switch. I'm going to press and hold that in. You see the light went out, turned it off. Now I'm turning it back on. Our indicator light is on, and also that will mean if we come around to here, you can see clearly that we've got signal here telling us that we are receiving signal from the mic, from the transmitter. Okay, to go into just a little bit more depth of the transmitter itself, I want to show you a little more about this, of how you get in to change batteries, and how also you can set your dip switches to match up with your receiver. The bottom portion of this just unscrews. Just turn that counterclockwise. That will completely come off, and then you will see that right inside of here we have a series of dip switches. So if you've got your receiver set to 1, you'll want to set this to 1. Then if we flip this over, we have a little clip here that will come loose. Comes loose. And then there you can change your batteries. Once you change your batteries, lock that back down. Put the end piece back on clockwise to tighten it back up. And that is it. So that is the American Audio WM-16 wireless handheld mic, which does also come in the lavalier design as well. So if you need like a lapel mic for ceremonies, that is also available. But of course what we've been going over is the handheld. So American Audio WM-16, practice and enjoy.